Battle of Marengo, fought on June 14, 1800, near Alessandria in northern Italy, was a pivotal engagement during the War of the Second Coalition. Napoleon's forces, initially outnumbered and pushed back by the Austrian army under General Melas, managed to reverse the tide late in the day with a decisive counterattack led by General Desai and a cavalry charge by Kellerman. This unexpected victory secured French control over northern Italy and forced the Austrians to withdraw, ceding Lombardy to France and entering peace negotiations. Marengo's outcome was crucial for Napoleon's political future. The victory solidified his authority as first consul, restored French territorial gains lost in previous years, and greatly enhanced his reputation for military brilliance and invincibility. The battle's success not only expelled the Austrians from Italy, but also ensured Napoleon's dominance in Paris, setting the stage for his eventual rise to emperor. The execution of King Louis XVI and Queen Marie Antoinette marked the climax of the French Revolution and provoked the First Coalition, an alliance of European monarchies, against revolutionary France. Despite this, France achieved a series of military victories in 1793 to 1794, securing control of modern Belgium. By 1795, Napoleon Bonaparte emerged as a prominent leader, strengthening the Republic by suppressing unrest in Paris and launching successful campaigns in Italy. His victories over Austria and Sardinia secured northern Italy and ended the First Coalition. Napoleon's ambitions expanded. In 1800, he assembled an army of 200,000, cleverly deceiving coalition forces by staging a mock buildup in Dijon while secretly moving troops toward Geneva. Austria fielded two main armies, 120,000 under Kray in Germany and 100,000 under Melas in Italy. French General Massena, with only 40,000 men, was besieged in Genoa, but managed to hold out long enough for Napoleon to execute a daring Alpine crossing via the San Bernardino Pass, evoking the legendary feats of Hannibal and Charlemagne. By June 2nd, Napoleon had captured Milan, cutting Austrian supply lines and threatening Vienna itself. This forced Melas to shift his focus, allowing Massena to escape Genoa. Melas, seeking a decisive battle, faced Napoleon's divided but strategically placed forces. On June 14, 1800, the French and Austrian armies clashed at Marengo, near Alessandria in northern Italy. Melas commanded 23,000 infantry, 8,000 cavalry, and 100 cannons. Napoleon had a similar number of infantry, but only 20 cannons. The Austrians launched a surprise attack across the Bormida River, initially pushing the French back. However, French resilience and tactical maneuvering reversed the momentum, leading to one of Napoleon's most significant victories. This triumph at Marengo expelled the Austrians from Italy, secured French dominance in the region, and reinforced Napoleon's authority as first consul, solidifying his path to eventual emperorship. Nelson led the northern line with his flagship, Victory, at the forefront. At the same time, Vice Admiral Collingwood was in charge of the southern group of 14 ships, with Royal Sovereign at the lead. By midday, the two fleets were separated by only 5 kilometers near Cape Trafalgar. Nelson then sent out his famous message, "England expects that every man will do his duty." The recently restored Royal Sovereign outpaced the rest and drew dangerously close to the enemy formation while its accompanying ships fell behind. At 12:20 p.m., Royal Sovereign opened fire on Santa Ana and Frigate, which immediately fired back. Royal Sovereign, Collingwood's command ship, was soon attacked by 4 opposing ships. Within 15 minutes, Belle-Île arrived to protect its starboard side. More British vessels joined the fight, trying to penetrate the Allied line, but Collingwood's position was initially overwhelmed by superior enemy numbers. The Allied fleet's lack of coordination meant their second line could not offer assistance. By 2 p.m., most of the lead ships had been destroyed or forced to surrender. Meanwhile, Nelson's group neared the enemy by 12:20 p.m., but the wind weakened, slowing their progress and making them easy targets. Nelson's break from traditional line tactics initially proved costly, as his ships endured heavy enemy fire before they could respond. Despite severe casualties, Victory, Nelson's flagship, pressed on. Nelson ordered a feint to deceive the enemy into thinking his fleet would form a standard line, then turned again. This maneuver placed Victory between the French flagship Bocatou and the smaller Redoutable, allowing it to fire broadsides at both. The French ships tried to reposition, giving Victory the chance to cripple Bocatou. However, Victory took heavy damage from Redoutable, whose sharpshooters also targeted the crew. At 1:15 p.m., Nelson was mortally wounded by a shot from Redoutable. Despite this, British sailors repelled an attempt by Redoutable's men to board Victory. Soon after, Téméraire pulled alongside Redoutable's port side and fired. By 2:20 p.m., Téméraire's crew had captured Redoutable. Elsewhere to the north, the British ship Neptune battled the Spanish Santísima Trinidad, eventually forcing it out of the fight. By 2 p.m., Villeneuve saw his fleet was losing and signaled the northern ships to head southwest and regroup with the rest. However, his captains did not obey, an error that doomed the Allied fleet. With his flagship too damaged to continue, Villeneuve surrendered. When the last 10 Allied ships tried to help, most of the Central Fleet had already been lost or seized. Collingwood took overall command and ordered Nelson's group to intercept French reinforcements. In the end, the remaining Allied ships withdrew. The British secured a decisive victory, capturing 18 enemy ships. Nelson died from his injuries soon after learning of their success. The defeat at Trafalgar cemented Britain's dominance at sea and ensured Napoleon could not invade England. Meanwhile, as the naval battle raged, Napoleon's Grand Army advanced into Germany to confront Austrian and Russian troops. Finally, we extend our deepest gratitude to everyone who has watched and supported this channel. Your support means everything to us. If you haven't yet, please subscribe, like, comment, and share to help us keep making new content. Thank you.